you ever looked back and wish, dang it, I wish I knew about that before I started blank? Well, today we're going to talk about what you should do before you start out as a reseller. So I'll talk about my mistakes and things that I wish I had done before I started on Poshmark, Mercari, and on eBay. So if you're new and you're wondering where to start, or if maybe you've already started and you just want to make sure you're on the right track, just keep on watching. Hi, I'm Adrienne, and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and on eBay. I go by Jewel Butterfly on Poshmark and Mercari, and on eBay, Jewel Butterfly 23. So today we're going to talk about some topics that you might not have considered. I know that I didn't when I first started, so just wanted to bring it out there. Now, if you're an experienced reseller and already established, no worries. You may still get some great information within this video, and provide us with your insight below too. Let us know what you wish you had done before you started as a reseller so that it'll help the rest of us. So without further ado, we'll get on started. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is your name, selecting and claiming your name. So you may have noticed I have 3 usernames: Jewel Butterfly for Poshmark and Mercari, Jewel Butterfly 23 for eBay, and Jewel Butterfly Style, see, I already almost forgot, Jewel Butterfly Style for Instagram and my email. So the reason is because the name that I wanted was just Jewel Butterfly, but it wasn't available on all the platforms that I wanted to be on. So there are many resources out there where you can go and check and verify that the username that you want will be available for any platform that you decide to list your business on. So a great resource that I have used and actually refer my friends to if they're going to start anything is namecheck.com. So I'll show you that right now. Okay, so when you're ready to check out your username's availability, you would go to namecheck.com, which is namechk.com. Press enter, and as soon as the page loads, you're able to start searching for the name. So let's say I want to see if Funky Fabrics is available. You hit the search, and here in green are all of the available usernames or platforms where I can register that username. So I do have YouTube, but I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, I don't have eBay, which would be important for me. I do have PayPal, but a lot of the things that I would need are not available here, so I would most likely have to give that username a no. Now, you don't have Mercari or Poshmark on here, so what you could do, at least for Poshmark, is you can go online and search by the people portion of the search. So change listings to people and see if Funky Fabrics is available, which it says no people found, so I know I could use that on Poshmark, but unfortunately I would not have it on Facebook or an Instagram for that username, so that's a no for me. If you want to check another username, you just press the refresh button and that'll reload the page so you can try again. And that's it. It's pretty quick, pretty fast, pretty simple. So go ahead and check that out before you get started. Something else to consider before starting out your reselling business is determining if your name is actually true to you and the brand that you will be featuring on whichever platform that you choose. So you want to make sure that it fits your style that you're listing in your closet or boutique, whatever it is that you're going to list on. So for instance, let's just take Dior for example. So do you think that Dior would still be as successful of a business or brand if they were called Funky Fabrics? Maybe, maybe not. So I don't know, let me know down below what you think. But you really want to think ahead. Think of what you want to live with you in the future. So something that's going to be able to feature you and your brand. Now, if there's a username that you love, but it's not available, you can try a variation of that username. So for instance, I added the 23 and the style after Jewel Butterfly. So add underscores or maybe a couple numbers. Try to limit the amount of numbers that you use, because you want to make sure that your name is memorable, so people will always remember, and it'll be easier to remember. So if your username is Johnny Rocket 526953, it'll be a little bit more difficult to remember that username, so people will most likely not come back to your shop. Also, of course, you don't want to be stuck with the problem that I currently have. I'm stuck with 3 names instead of the 1, and again, I wish I had known about this, but I love Jewel Butterfly as my name on Poshmark, which is my biggest moneymaker. So I chose to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Just learn from my mistake and check on namecheck.com before you even begin, or verify that your username that you do want is going to be available so that you can enjoy just one. It's easier, trust me, because it's hard to keep up with what's on which site, and mom brain over here just can't keep up with it sometimes. Also, your username is recommended for any business invoices, documentation, so for like your taxes. It's also fun to have personalization on your thank you cards, business cards, stickers, or anything else that you choose to get later on. So take that extra step to verify that the username that you want is available, and when it is, claim it. Make sure it's yours. Register on all the platforms that you feel are important to you and your business, and make sure it's creative. Be memorable, be bold, but make sure that you are being true to you. Okay, so another thing to consider, so we're gonna get really down to business here, is making sure that you keep your personal life from your business life. And this is very important when you're talking about numbers, your financials. So something I didn't know and I didn't do beforehand is to make sure that I'm tracking everything that I'm buying for my closet, for my inventory, for the business. So, and I also did my purchases through my own bank account, which is not recommended. Your accountant at the end of the year for your taxes will not like you very much. So try to make it easier on yourself and for your own personal reporting and tracking to separate everything from the get-go. So something that I personally did is get a business PayPal account. But what you can do also is shop around for any bank accounts that are near you or in your area, because some of them might offer you some pretty good incentives. So ask around, shop around, basically make sure you find one that's right for you. Is PayPal the best thing out there? Probably not, but it does fit my business needs at the moment, and I have no complaints about it so far. So shop around, again, determine what documentation you'll need to start up a business account, because every bank is different. And if you choose to continue with your own personal account, that's totally okay. Not recommended, but it's okay. That's your decision, right? A business decision that you'll make on your own behalf. But one thing I will say is to make sure you're tracking everything. Track any expenses you make, you're traveling, keep all your receipts. Just make sure that you're covering yourself, so when it does get time to file for taxes or to report on your sales at any point, which we'll cover later on during these videos, you'll be able to do it easily. I mean, even now I find things where I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't report that in my sales things, and let's make sure I write it in for my accountant later on. So just make sure you do it from the get-go. It is very hard to get out of that mess. You don't want to be worrying about all the numbers later on, months and months down the road. Just make sure you do it from the get-go. Can't stress that enough. Okay, so we got our name down, now we got our bank account established, so now we can join a platform that we decide that we want to sell on. So whichever platform you decide to choose, which mine are Poshmark, Mercari, and on eBay, whichever one you decide to sell on, go ahead and get registered. I'm not going to have a video about getting registered because I feel that you are great enough to get on that on your own, but you will need your bank account to get started and your username that you just established. So make sure you have those ready. So choose a platform that you feel most comfortable with. I have, again, the environment on those 3 sites are most comfortable for me. So decide what will be comfortable for you. And then next off, decide on the style that you want to list. So is it vintage? Is it men's and kids and flowy and boho? Or what is that style that you'll be excited to list every single day or at least weekly? So once you've decided on your style, again, plan ahead. Make sure you're looking ahead by at least 3 months. So for looking ahead for the next 3 months, decide what your budget is going to be, what the marketing type of tools that you're going to use, how often you're going to list, get on social media and put yourself out there, learn from other resellers and these videos, of course. So again, look ahead and decide how often, basically what is your life going to be in this reselling community for the next 3 months. And I do want to precaution you is I would like you to fit in your planning a little bit of downtime, because when you're first starting out, it will be a little slow, and if you're lucky, it won't be. But for the majority of newbies out there, like I was, I did get 1 sale in my first 7 days, but from there it was pretty slow. So plan for it to be slow, but listing consistently will help you get out of any ruts. Making sure you're staying engaged with your community will also help. But do plan for that little bit of downtime and decide what are you going to do when you don't have any sales. What are you going to do to help build your business? So I did cover a ton of information during this video, so I have a lot more to share, and I'm sure that you do too. So please comment down below, what did you learn? What helped you the most during this video? And also for those established resellers, let us know in the comments below what you wish you would have done before you started on this wonderful reselling journey. So thank you again so much for joining me today. I seriously appreciate your time. I know you could be out there watching any other video, but you're watching mine, so this is amazing. So again, comment down below if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, please, and share with any other friends who you feel could benefit from this video. All right, guys, I will see you again, or actually you'll see me again very soon. Bye. Take that extra step to verify that your username that you do want is available.